A common car myth that I see online, or some sort of variation of this, it's more fun or enjoyable to drive a slow car fast than it is to drive a fast car slow. And on the surface, I understand this myth. It's why the Miata is always the answer in the automotive world. People want to shift through the gears, enjoy the curves, enjoy the drive, hit those high RPMs, not feel like they could gently tap on the pedal and find themselves risking jail time for speeding. At the surface, I understand this myth, but I also feel like there's a bit of cope. There's actually a lot of cope, especially when I read these on forums of people kind of deciding what sort of car they want. And then they're sort of settling for, something a bit cheaper, but maybe not initially what they wanted. Because I'll tell you, I have a blast driving fast cars slow. I have a blast driving special, unique cars in any sort of conditions. I just took out this V10 Audi R8 for a spin. I have a video review on my channel. You guys could go check that out. The engine noise at any speed was intoxicating, but I've also driven a 911 Turbo, a 911 GT3 on a racetrack, even just driving a run-of-the-mill 911 or my Audi S5 everyday roads as a daily driver hitting those curves. It's a very fun experience, and I wouldn't call any of those cars slow. With the R8 driving 55 miles an hour in a 55 mile per hour zone and having top down was a ton of fun. Then give the engine a whirl up to 70 miles an hour and you feel the immense amount of raw power being unleashed like no other. We were giggling, guys. I had a huge smile, a big grin on my face the entire time, even when I was stuck in traffic doing nothing. I think the myth falls apart because even at slower speeds, you will have fun in the Audi R8. You will have fun in a Porsche at, lower speeds on twisty, windy roads, or even with inner city driving. Other cars take notice too. Other people with Ferraris and Bentleys were trying to drive along with us. I mean, we're in Miami, so there was a ton of exotic cars, very special cars all around. And it was a surreal experience being in this sort of car and being around these sorts of cars. Now, why do these cars cost so much money? Because they offer you a really unique driving experience that you're not going to find in other cars. Driving a fast car like a V10 Audi R8, fast, slow, or even sitting at a standstill exceeds the experience of something like putzing around in a Miata. That doesn't mean that Miata isn't fun. But don't pretend that driving 5 Miatas is more fun than driving the R8 in any condition. There's a whole list of Porsches, BMWs, and even Japanese cars that I think would fit the bill as fast and fun. Experiences are subjective, but I find it hard to believe that somebody who is capable of owning a unique or special car are passing on that opportunity to go drive something, a lot more boring other than for a purely financial aspect, or they really just don't care and they just want to go from A to B. Don't at me, but I think this car myth is busted. If you want to share your thoughts, please leave a comment down below.